back, family.
Hey, hey.
Another episode of the Family Bloodline Podcast.
I'm baby
We in the
food.
place. We in the building. Say again, Juan.
No, my dog feud was just over here, and I told him to get on somewhere. I'm dog sitting.
Adonis.
No, that's my dog. I got Ace.
Oh,
Ace, the big head. Hold on, the big head bandit. Come here, Ace.
oh.
Come here.
About to say,
Come here.
tell
Look,
that, send that dog over here. I want. Oh,
here's Ace.
oh.
All right, big buddy, get down.
Yeah. Ace is like a little teddy bear. He's a cuddly little thing.
Oh, Ace, move. Okay, Adonis, I love you too. Now go.
Yeah, you know you can't get pets out without Adonis being able to get his in.
Oh,
That's
Adonis,
impossible.
he is a mess. Now, Ace, I'm with you. Oh, they said hi, Ace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brother Chris, glad to see you in here. Good evening, my brother. So, before we get too far into the podcast, I want to send shout outs, happy birthday shout outs to the G Ball.
Happy birthday, G.
Yeah. See, I told you, Wanda. Your hair is on point.
Thank you. It's just some curls that I just put up in a bun.
I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. It's on point, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Tonight I'm drinking a special sauce, the blackberry crown. Ooh, it gets you there. It gets you right where you need to be.
There's a
Hit you. Yes. Oh, somebody else wants some.
Oh.
Maya walked over with her glass.
I know that's right. Get you some, Maya. Get some.
Right. How does it taste? This is probably the best crown flavor that they have out on the market. It's absolutely spectacular.
The apple slap.
The apple does slap. Don't get me wrong. But this blackberry is something special. Chris said hello. I think he heard you.
I heard it.
Yep. It was heard.
All right.
So yeah, the blackberry slaps. It absolutely slaps.
And get us together. Hey, you got to mix that. What is it? The peach with the lemonade. Get you some Simply lemonade with the peach crown.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
Hey, get you a smoky piece of peach. Toss it in there. Baby, look. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Tells you.
That sounds like it's supposed. Yeah.
Yeah. Tells you.
No, the blackberry absolutely does not taste like cough syrup whatsoever.
That would be my worry too, Chris, that it would give off that cough syrup flavor.
Not at all. It's so far removed from that. It's crazy. It is spectacular.
Yeah, I would definitely have to try that out though.
Mm-hmm.
Getting over bronchitis finally.
Yay! So here comes rounds of applause for that.
I still got a slight cough, but it is nowhere near as bad as it was. Okay. Excuse me. And I'm off the inhaler too, so that's also a great thing. But I still got to go to the doctor.
When do you have to go?
At the end of the month.
Yeah, I got a bunch of appointments coming up at the end of the month. I did it like that purposely because Monday we get students again.
So the crazy thing, I just found out that once you hit 40, it's time for your mammogram. I have never had a mammogram. So I just turned 40 last October, and it was in my chart. I'm like, well, I guess I might as well set that appointment up too.
Yeah.
I'll be doing everything in one day. So this body gonna be going through it like everything in one day. getting a pap, getting my ma'am, getting everything done in one day because I'm not going back. I hate going to the doctor.
I actually like going to the doctor now.
I hate it because first of all, why they try to embarrass you, make you stand on that scale.
That don't bother me so much.
They want to know how much I weigh. Look at my driver's license. That's how much I weigh. I told you.
You just go in there, they ask you if anything changes, say no, they put all that same information.
It's all right here. It's all right there. I'm still 125.
Right.
I'm still 120.
Right. I feel that. I feel all of that. And so let's get ready to move into it. To tonight's topic.
Let's do.
Yeah, and just to remind the audience about. So Maya got fancy on me. She came over with a little bit of a simple syrup, and you see, okay, cherry grenadine, the syrup, and then she's got some actual cherries that she put into the drink.
Oh, okay. So, y'all getting fancy. I will get
this
my little
this is the look of it.
All the Angry Orchard.
That's the look. Hey, don't sleep on the Angry Orchard.
It's not. It's called brand. It's called Wicked Grove. They didn't have my winking owl, so it is what it is.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Oh, good.
All right, sorry about that. I got stuck. So I'm reading Chris's comment. There's actually a good reason. If they need to give you medicine, they need to know your weight to give you the proper dosage. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but you know,
I can't disagree with that.
I still take baby aspirin.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I medicate properly when I do medicate. Chris, I prefer not to medicate at all.
Me and you both. Chris, make sure you tell my brother Steve we said hello as well. So back to the actual topic, because this drink almost threw me off.
All right.
It almost threw me off. A rock and a hard place. Why are men against VP Harris? And I've seen a growing trend of men specifically, and not not as an outlier, but black men have been on the rise against VP Harris, which is highly disappointing. But men in general, the male population in America seems to be falling apart with no real reason, no real understanding. Oh, thank you. And I'm trying to figure it out. I watched, and so let me back up a little bit. Let me state this for the record, because I don't want somebody that go back or watch our TV channel, which we have a TV channel now, everyone. This is the link right here. This is absolutely the link. So you can go to strim.com / the FBL podcast / the family bloodline, where you can see all of our podcasts that they'll be getting put on there, and they will be continuously airing and looping, as well as our partners from El Recap Show and music videos by Manny Lugo, as well as a music video by one of our other cousins, our younger cousins, Remy Rod. So that'll be airing later on tonight on the TV channel. But let me make this clear. And I don't want to sound like I've just been the biggest advocate for VP Harris. I don't want to say that, because if you see some of our older podcasts, I expressed direct disappointment in VP Harris and the lack of, I guess, FaceTime that she had publicly. However, in recent developments, as I began to, so I was watching Roland Martin, and he asked a very good question that made me go back on where I was. And his question was, what is the VP supposed to do? And I was like, oh, wait a minute. Have I judged too quickly? And I had to I sat down on my bed and I thought about that. And I was like, holy crap. VPs are not the face of the Oval Office.
They're not.
And they are not. And so I was wrong, in a sense, to have had disappointment in the VP. She was actually doing what she was supposed to be doing, which is to advocate for the agenda of the president, which pushes the Constitution as well as the different programs.
What she's supposed to do.
Say that again, Wawa.
Basically, you're supposed to have his back and, you know, be in support of and just in case of anything to happen. That is her job. Yeah. She's the backup plan.
Right. Right. As well as to be a tiebreaker in the Senate if needed.
To a point. If she was good enough to be the backup plan in case something did happen to Biden, not good enough to have the actual job which she would have had if something had happened.
So, exactly. Let's take some of our former vice presidents into consideration. The Biden president, I agree with this statement also. The Biden president administration has not allowed her much airtime, and the U.S. press hasn't given her much domestic news. That's true. She has, however, been out doing a lot of different advocacy for the presidency, as well as the different programs that they've been pushing. I forgot what I was saying before that.
Best stop sipping and drink.
Hey, I looked directly at it as a blame. I started blaming this drink because goodness gracious. Oh, some of the former vice presidents. If you look at the first Bush as a vice president, he wasn't big, right?
I'm trying to think of son president that I can actually remember because I ain't that old.
Right.
Okay, I remember Clinton, Al Gore. I wasn't able to vote then, but I do remember that Gore was a vice president, and I don't remember he definitely did not do as much or say anything as much as Clinton had because he's the Robin to the Batman. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
They're the Robin to the Batman.
Absolutely. And yes, there is a direct reason why the VP and the president are not allowed to travel together.
Yeah.
And if anyone who did not know that, the reason is in the event something happens to the president, the vice president is safe, and they can take charge and begin to discharge the duties of the Oval Office without interruption.
Right.
So that's the real reason for the vice president.
They sworn in, and they will take over the job immediately. That's exactly what happened. So, but so if she was fit enough to carry the VP status or title, why is she not good enough for the presidential title? I don't understand that, especially for men who are in the same community.
Yeah, and I don't get that. I saw a TikTok with a guy, and it was the most absurd TikTok I had seen to date. But I think he felt like he was really saying something profound, but he was just like, black men will never vote for VP Harris because if they do, they know for the first 6 months all they're gonna do is hear her mouth. And I was like, what? He's in shambles.
I had a sushi burrito. My bad.
Yeah, this guy is unhinged. Is he afraid of black women?
So my thing is with the black woman stigma. This woman has been professional the entire time she has been in office, and before she has done her job, whatever their job title has been. I haven't heard of. Not to say that there isn't. Haven't heard of any scandal or any sort. I mean, when she was the prosecutor, she did her job, and that's where a lot of people are hung up. A lot of people are hung up. Oh, she locked up so many black men. She locked up men. She locked up. That was her job. If you show up every day and didn't flip a burger, you think you don't keep your job? No. It's not gonna. If you show up every day and don't drive that truck, or you show up every day and don't train your soldiers, I go to job every day and don't suction or do whatever I'm supposed to do, I'm not gonna have a job.
Yeah.
So you're mad at this woman for going in and doing her job.
That's a pretty weird concept, because it's okay for everybody else to perform and do well, but she's not supposed to for some reason.
And why?
Let's not be callous to the fact that it wasn't just black men she prosecuted.
Exactly. If they didn't do something to get locked up, they wouldn't be put in jail.
Yeah, so I'll highlight that.
He's the illusion of doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So that was her position.
You can't show up to your job every day and not do your job and then expect to keep your job.
Yeah. If they would, first off, why did they have to be in front of her?
Right.
Let's go to that point. Why were they there in the first place, right? And this isn't to remove police corruption, right? Because we do know that there are a lot of fictitious prosecutions. However, for those who, first off, let me say this, right? And this, saying this as a black man, it's some motherfuckers that don't need to be out on the street. That's the bottom line of it. They do not, because they're not safe in they're terrorists in their communities.
I can't be mad at that statement. I'm not mad at
the truth of it. Yeah, and if we don't be honest about the situation, we'll never be able to look at it and give an honest assessment on it. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. Another thing is, why did they find themselves in front of her? And the third thing, the caveat to that, is not only why did they find themselves in front of her, but why did they not expect her to do her job, to discharge her duties that she was entrusted to discharge?
Right. I agree with all of that.
And so at one point, I got to say this also. At one point, I was bitter about it a little bit, because I was like, man, how is she out here just locking these brothers up? But then I was like, again, some of these motherfuckers need, like, some people do need to be locked up. And secondly, like, she's just, like you said, she's doing her job. She's doing her job. So let me see what this statement says. Honestly, not super invested.
Statement. I would say this: everybody trash everybody in politics.
Oh.
They're trying to get to where they're trying to get the vote.
Yeah.
And just because they have a disagreement don't mean that they hate each other. Just like with any relationship.
Yeah. So let me read this for the people who aren't able to read the comment. It says, I'm honestly not super invested in specific policies, but I think it's hard to trust Kamala when I've seen her trash and hate on Joe Biden in debates, then switch her attitude when she became VP. So yeah, unfortunately, that's the world of politics. They point out the worst in each other. They point out the failures of each other. But then, when the work needs to be done and she needs to support the president, she does.
They know together and get it done.
Yeah, I don't always see
like this politics. That is definitely the headache of politics.
It is. It's the entertainment aspect of it, unfortunately, and it's also the move to highlight yourself and push others to a different area than where you are. If family acted like that, you wouldn't be so forgiving.
With family, honestly.
Right.
We're definitely more forgiving with family, so.
We're absolutely so much more forgiving. Yeah, and that's a true statement as well, Chris. That does not mean that her loyalties are mixed. She still supports the president, and she's been doing it very, very fervently, as it were. And so I still, that brings us back to the topic. I'm just trying to figure out why men are having a hard time supporting VP Harris.
I speak on this, but I'm very curious as to know why certain men who are not in support of her, why aren't they supporting? And they think that Trump is the better choice.
In that part. So let me, as I've started the series of reading,
that y'all out here grabbing coochies too, because
oh,
like I don't understand. I don't get it. Help me understand.
Well, let's also understand, like, if you're backed into a corner, you have to make a decision. Excuse me, between Trump and the VP Harris, being the president of the United States, and understanding some of the intentions that they're trying to move into. Judge Joe Brown talked bad about her.
Okay,
bad, but
talk about him because
let's pause on that and swing back around to it. Absolutely, because I totally do not agree with anything he said or how he began to try and characterize her. I think it was totally off. I think it was absolutely. We'll come back around to that.
We'll come back
around to that. Yeah.
Judge Brown is trash.
So this comment says, and I'll continue that in a second. I think Trump being the other candidate makes us forgive faults of the Democratic Party too quickly out of fear of having Trump. Well, you know what? I won't disagree with that. So the question, like, if you're backed into a corner and you have to make a decision,
a hard place, seriously.
Right, a rock and a hard place between someone who wants to allow total immunity for law enforcement. Right. So let's look at the recent case of Sonia Massey, which we previously covered. Right. So let's take that in consideration. The officer who committed those heinous acts against her there wouldn't be a trial, and he would have continued. He would have woke up the next day and continued about his business with no issues, not being pressed. There's no accountability whatsoever. So if you're faced with someone who will allow law enforcement total immunity versus someone who actually believes in law enforcement accountability, which one would you then choose, especially understanding the trends that have been happening in the United States for the past almost decade, where we're seeing more and more people of color, right, being unjustly harmed or killed unalived at the hands of law enforcement. How would you, at that point, make your decision? That's the question.
That's a good question. Let's see.
Yeah, Willie Brown, and so that brings us to Judge Joe Brown and his slanderous speech.
He hates women, period. Like, he hates women in power, period. VP Harris isn't the first woman he spoke against. Like, he has a problem with any woman in power. He said that. He said this.
Yeah. Right. And to characterize her as what did he call it? Come on, your Harris.
Which is crazy.
Because nobody's saying that about Trump and his many failed marriages and relationships and his visits to Epstein Island.
And also, they saying she slept her way to her position. Even if that's the case, she slept her way to Vice President of the United States. Most of y'all girlfriends, wives, mothers, aunties, and slept their way to a Slurpee and a hot dog. Okay?
Oh, no. Oh, no, you didn't say that.
Okay? Let's just be honest.
Oh.
They done slept their way to a doggone $1 hot dog and a 75-cent Slurpee. And this woman has done more than they have ever thought of doing. They've been come on for less. Before we start just talking about who's sleeping their way to the top, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do it.
Yeah. So the reason why I said Judge Joe Brown, Chris, Willie Brown is absolutely not the same person as Judge Joe Brown. They're two different two different figures. Willie Brown was
show as a judge. Who the hell is he to say about anybody?
Yeah, Willie Brown mentored. He coached VP Harris throughout her career, and he did a damn good job, if you ask me. All right, took her under his wing, and he taught her how to fulfill her roles and duties and discharge them properly. Judge Joe Brown, however, from the sitcom Judge Joe Brown, hilarious in his own right,
trash.
Is the he's pushing a very fictitious and dangerous narrative that tries to paint VP Harris as a bend over, a bend over to excel, and that's not what she was. That's not who she was either. That's the first thing. Second thing is if we're going to give that to VP Harris, we cannot remove that from Trump again and his failed marriages and his Playboy days.
3 failed marriages? 2, 3?
Yeah. 3. Yeah. Notwithstanding being held sexually liable in his last case.
Ain't right? One of his like one of them Russian brides or something?
Yes. There was a couple.
So come on, like, but that's y'all president, right? That he's the better choice.
Yeah. And as I've tried to remain as unbiased as possible, the recent events with former President Trump at NABJ just it pushed me over the edge, and his interaction with the journalist, a panel of journalists, it pushed me over the edge. Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and it was horrible. The inability to actually answer a question directly and try to directly pivot to control the situation because he didn't have an answer. When asked about the slurs that he had made towards other reporters, instead of answering the question directly, he tried to pivot to look at the very nasty way that you just automatically start. No, the journalist, she was simply direct. She didn't have time for his games, and that's what she was letting him know.
The only reason he showed up was he's just trying to get more press time. Kamala has taken over all media, and nobody was talking about him anymore in his assassination attempt. So he had to get back out there and say something, and he had to make a scene. Is what he was trying, and it didn't work. It didn't work. You're being talked about, but not in the way that you want to be talked about. But I guess all press is good press in this point.
No, that is not true. That is totally not true, and he proved it. I think he hurt himself more than what he helped himself with that.
Agreed.
He's pushed thousands of people over the fence who have watched different clips.
I call it that. Yeah, it's a load too. I think it's a load.
So he has conceded to answer questions to the I can't. It might be the FBI. I believe I saw very briefly and throughout my readings about the assassination attempt. So there's an ongoing investigation, and he's going to have to answer questions, and hopefully we'll see how that goes and what
questions he don't answer.
Yeah. Now, I don't condone assassination attempts on anyone. On anyone, regardless of what their political views are. I don't condone it. And I wouldn't even say that I understand it. What I will say, however, is surrounding that assassination attempt, there's a lot of questions, and I think rightfully so, it should be answered. They should be answered. So, and again, this isn't a direct appeal to vote for VP Harris or vote for Trump. It's just taking a bit of just leaning into it all and actually digesting and dissecting the differences between the two people, their careers, the things that they've done, and their views on how to push America forward, how to progress America. That's the biggest thing. Like reading through Project 2025, I do not see, and very soon here we're gonna start reading Agenda 47, but I don't see the progressive steps to push us as a country to the right direction, to move us forward. It's a very disappointing read, and I'll continue to read it primarily on Wednesday evenings. But like reading some of that stuff and some of the adaptations and understanding the mindset behind how they were able to start writing a lot of that stuff down, it's not a good look at all. You got guests?
Yeah, my sister just showed up, but we're good.
Okay. Hey, Al.
Yeah, she downstairs. She can't hear you.
Oh, okay. But I'm still trying to figure out if there are any men who are in the comments who would like to give your opinion about this, whether it be you think you might know why men would rather vote for Trump than VP Harris, or you think you have an understanding. I posted the link in the chat, so feel free to smash that button and come on up and give your spin on it.
I honestly think a lot of men are still in the mindset of women should be like the child thing. Women should be seen, not heard, barefoot, pregnant, not doing nothing. And if a woman is in charge, then that's grist. There, we got you by the balls. Basically, they scared they women gonna be acting up in the household because there's a woman in charge. They like, oh well, we got a woman president. I don't have to do what you say, or I mean, we doing that now, and she's the VP, and a lot of women are with the mindset of I don't have to. Oh God,
it's been a while.
So yeah, I mean, I just really feel like a lot of men just can't handle a woman in power, and they feel like that if she's in power, then they're not gonna have a space anymore. And that's not even the way it goes. Just be a supporter of a support. Like we've been supporting y'all this whole time. It's so crazy that we are good supporting actresses, but you don't never want us to take the lead role. How does it work?
Flo, what you got? Welcome back.
It ain't gonna be nothing she wanted here, so I'm definitely gonna keep that one to myself. But
no, say what you gotta say.
No, ma'am. I don't too much get into this because I've lost friends over some of these conversations. Like for real.
You'll never lose me, man.
Say it again, bro.
I said you'd never lose me over politics.
No, most definitely. But I feel where you coming from, but as far as anything with the slander, it's slander on both ends. I for one don't believe that women should be in power in certain places. Yes, I'm going to be straightforward and say it, and I'm not going to hold my tongue on it. Not going to hold my tongue on it.
No, I wouldn't ask you to, but what makes you say that?
Common sense.
Well, then mine ain't commenting that.
I'm sorry. I didn't say yours was. I said my common sense. My common sense is maybe different than yours. My common sense does.
All right. So, because I'm trying
to
figure out.
Don't get heated. I just said, don't get heated, ma'am. I just said, you know.
No.
Not you, big dog.
Oh.
I see her face when she. Yes, I will always say that. No, I don't believe it. No, I don't believe they should be in power. Not in the military, I don't believe. No, and definitely not the head of the United States. No, I don't give a damn what color they are. No.
Well, what brought you to that point?
Shit, think of everything you go with. Think of everything that you see literally in life through your 45 years of living with the decisions that women make. Period. I don't care. It's they say it themselves. They think with their hearts before they damn mind. They say it all the damn time. And it's a vast majority. It's more than 50%. So no, I don't believe it. And yes, I don't, I'm not a avid Christian or whatever, but women have brought down kingdoms.
And they also raised them too. So
I didn't say they didn't, ma'am. I didn't say they didn't, but they ain't been there. They're not supposed. I said I don't believe they're supposed to be in a pilot position. You can be the co-pilot, stay the co-pilot. That's just me.
That's just bullshit. But continue.
And that's just me, and that's my motto, and I'm a stick by it, and I stand by it.
So when we were in Mountain View together, we had for the G4 a sergeant major that was in charge, and she was phenomenal. She was phenomenal. She was in charge of the G4, and I learned so much under her that it was ridiculous. And she challenged me to learn regulation even more and to be organized when it came to how we had to do things at a strategic level.
See, you put it in it when you just said that. You got to remember, G, my last 7-8 years was only with logistics. I'm still thinking from a combat. Yeah. I'm still thinking from a combat. I would never say I'm never going to say women can't be in power. Certain things a woman's supposed to be over. That's maybe how I should have. Maybe I'm sorry.
Labor and delivery, kitchen, laundry. What
I didn't say any of that. I'm going to say things that women should be, I guess you say, efficient at. I.e., he was just talking about Sergeant Major Torres, correct? Was it Torres? Yeah. Very efficient, logistician, to the T. Like certain things women are just great at, just period. You're born with certain things, just like men are born with certain things. But no, I don't believe that you're supposed to be the protector. That's an alpha's job. You stay in a beta's place. That's the way I look at it.
So I can agree when it comes to like a combat arms type of deal, because that specific movement is built for execution, killing, and maneuvering.
So let me ask you this. Let's wipe all that. Say we were at D-3 before a catastrophic event happened.
Okay.
And the U.S. is saying, hey, this is what we're getting ready for, blah, blah, blah. I don't care what the situation is. If that's the terms, who are you getting ready to? It sounds like you're bashing this upon your personal.
Yeah, I'll read that. So the comment says, please explain what your reasoning is to flow. It sounds like you're basing this upon your personal feelings. What about for the greater good, the ones beyond your personal feelings and biases?
I don't think anything this is why I don't get on the political aspect of it. I don't think anything on the Democratic nor the Republican side is good for anybody that's our color on this damn station. For one thing, we're going to give anything the last damn thing. We're always last, period. We're always last. And I told you this, guys, before. This is why I don't talk politics, period. And regardless of what my feelings are, the Bible says certain things. And I tell you, I'm not a Christian, but I believe in certain things that the Bible has. And yes, that's just it. I stand on it. The woman has her place. The man has his.
So let's take the Bible into consideration when it comes to this, because the Bible also says that if man don't do it, the rocks will cry out, essentially, to speak of the greatness, to magnify the goodness of God. And so, with that being said, would you skip over the woman and wait for the rock to do it? Or
I would wait for the right woman that showed something. Like when I say show something, like I said, neither one of these characters has showed anything. I'm not gonna pick either poison. I don't care. I don't care if they say she's not black or this. What has she done? And what has either side done? One side pushing for the rich folks. One side pushing for the rich folks and the homosexuals. It's an agenda. The agenda is never you guys' agenda. It's never our agenda. In the end, you're being hoodwinked, and you might as well bend over and tickle your brain, because it's going to be something different after the presidency. Everything they promised is going to be something else. So like I said, once again, I still would never stand for no woman running the country. No. You can be the co-pilot, but you can't be the pilot. You don't have that, and I stand on it.
So that's I get what you're saying, and I understand your line of reasoning. And I say this with all love. It's still in the vein of misogyny, unfortunately.
And I understand that too. And I'm telling you, I'm still standing by that. Period. If I have a strong feeling on something, regardless of what title anybody puts on it, that's my feeling.
Sure.
And it's nothing that nobody can do to change that.
Right. And it's not at the panel's foundation to change how you feel. It's just presenting another aspect of it. And the reason why, even if you're not going to vote, right? Because even if you don't vote, well, then you're giving your vote to somebody by not voting, essentially. And I can't, even if I believed in the same way that you did in this, and in my heart of hearts, and that's how I felt about it, I still couldn't cast a vote for Trump, simply based off of the move for total immunity for law enforcement. That's the sticking point that I can't get past. Right? We're, like you said, I agree that we're, generally speaking, when it comes to politics, our culture is at the bottom of the barrel, and we're the least likely that they're going to do anything for it or progress forward. However, the notion that I would vote for somebody who will allow us to not only understand that we're getting slaughtered, but give a total pass to the people that are slaughtering us, so we can see this uptick happen even more, is something that I can't get behind.
You do know that I'm not behind neither side, though. You know that, right?
I do.
Do you get that? I'm just letting you know I'm not on either side. I'm gonna say something that it's come to my heart very, very dearly. These people make laws. They make all these laws. They make all these everything, both sides. In the end, once again, poor people of all people come last, and then black people behind even those folks.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that. So
wait, now the point I'm getting at is, we make all these laws, and some of them are so mundane and retarded, regardless of which side of the house. We follow man's laws, but we disobey all of God's laws. That's why I can't even go either way. I can't. It doesn't matter. Either way. One side promotes something that, and like I said, this is my belief. I'm not picking either one of the poisons. And I understand why you say you'll be giving your vote away. If I don't vote, I'd be giving my vote away. I done gave my vote away 45 damn years. It ain't changed nothing for nanny nigga in the past 90 damn years.
Don't disagree again. I'm not a proponent for either political party, be it Republican or Democrat. I don't believe that they have the best interests of the people at heart by any stretch. And I think the American citizens do a huge disservice when they give their loyalties over to a political party, because now that party no longer has to work for your vote. They no longer have to work for your vote. All they got to do is say a few good things, mention Jesus, and you're on board, which is another sticking point, because both candidates are professed Christians. What you got,
once again, I stand where I stand. I ain't voting for her to be head of shit, and I definitely ain't voting for him to be either head of it.
For me not to vote. They fought for my right to vote, and I will continue to vote regardless of,
Amen.
You keep doing it. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to I'm on my iPad, and I'm still trying to get used to Apple products, and I can't control C, control V.
You know what? You know how to slide the P to the H on that board, though, don't you? You know what that's there for, don't you? Little nasty.
But I can't. It's MS-DOS prompts I'm used to that I can't do on my Magic Keyboard, and it throws me off. It throws me off. So I posted the link again if anybody wants to hop in and share their views also. Wanda, you was about to say something?
She was probably about to cuss me out.
No, it wasn't. Oh. I am on a path of peace.
Amen.
Yeah, just because, I mean, honestly, we will never see eye to eye on anything. You're just... We will probably
we don't have to. That's why we're doing it on live, and this is great content because we never will see eye to eye.
And that's fine.
Yes,
it's fine. But
I still love you, sister. I still love you, and I would pray nothing but for the best for you. But still, you have your thoughts, I have mine. But that I would never have no ill will towards anybody that has any thought differently than mine. I'm just saying, certain things I just stand on.
No. I don't know. I just think it's crazy because the reasoning behind that I've seen from what the topic was about, black men not supporting Kamala is just asinine.
I didn't even know that was the topic about black men not supporting. I didn't even know that was the topic.
Mm-hmm. That's part of it, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
It was. I mean, they say, "Oh, she slept her way to the top." Like I said, so did most of their mamas, grandmamas, whoever.
Hey, you struck a chord there, and I applaud you for that one because I ain't never heard that one.
Didn't say.
Hey, if you damn right. You said they slurped their way for Slurpees and Glizzies or something like that. You said, or hot dogs, whatever the hell it was. Yeah. You damn right. My grandmama told all her daughters, y'all be the best hoes y'all could be if y'all gonna be hoes. And she did it. If she did it, she did it. And I'm not mad at her. I'm dead serious.
Make that move.
They've definitely slept their way to much lower places than the vice president office.
And I want all of them to come my way. The ones that's going, the ones without the big backs to come my way, okay?
No. Will not big back shame on this podcast. we will not big back shame over here.
I'm not saying. I said I don't want none. Praise God. I said I don't want none.
I understand. Okay. You're already married. Well, now listen. Hear me out. If you were not married and your soulmate was a big back, sir, would you just skip out on that soulmate because she got a big back? Is all I'm saying.
My weenie wouldn't even get hard no more. Like, it wouldn't get hard for big girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
How do you know? There's a lot of pretty big girls out there.
I know. All my sisters big and they pretty too, but I wouldn't fuck them. Like, I don't mess with big girls.
Sisters, so I would hope.
Say what?
I don't know what this conversation is going anymore.
Because
I'm saying. Those are your sisters, so I would hope not.
I don't know where the conversation is going anymore.
Oh yeah, this has definitely taken a hard left. We have definitely taken a hard left.
I don't know where we're going anymore.
But no, ma'am, I'm not shaming big backs. Like I just said, I don't eat chicken backs. I don't like big backs. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know they had chicken backs in the stove. You know what I'm talking about?
I've never heard of that. Uh-oh. The dog did something. But like I was saying, like honestly, Cynthia, quit walking past her. So yeah.
Wait.
What were we talking about? Jeez.
Okay, so it still doesn't explain why. Again, I don't know where y'all was going with that conversation. I have no clue. But It still doesn't explain why, and I don't know if it is part of the Judeo-Christian
like right
movement,
either one
or why men are hesitant in supporting VP Harris. Let's take the fictitious narrative of her sleeping her way to the top.
Maya, stop it.
Let's take that narrative. The question then becomes, what did she do when she wasn't on her back? Right? Was there still what'd you do? You just got closer.
This camera.
Oh.
Sorry.
But so what did she do when she was on her feet and she wasn't on her back? That is untrue. It's absolutely untrue. It's absolutely untrue. And that's what I said. I said, but let's entertain it essentially. Let's entertain it. Let's entertain a woman sleeping her way to the top.
Okay.
The question then it still becomes, what did she do when she was on her feet? Right? Did the sacrifice of her laying on her back to get her where she wanted to be, help her shape policies or influence her workforce for the better of the common person?
The better for the common person. Now, we were stationed together when she was doing what she did, where she was at, wrong or right, during that same time frame, wrong or right.
Say that one more time.
We were stationed together when she did everything she did at that same time frame when we were stationed together in the same state, 30 miles away, wrong or right.
When she was a state president, right?
Wrong or right.
Yeah.
So once again, if I know that you are doing wrong already, you know it. I don't care if she didn't sleep it to the top, she prosecuted wrong folks to get to the top. I understand.
Were they though? Were all of them?
I never said all of them. But if you know what, that's why I don't even talk about this. But no,
because I made that statement also earlier, and it was, there were probably some prosecutions that shouldn't have happened, right? But there are also some prosecutions that should have happened because not everybody needs to be out on these streets.
And I would never disagree with that, but I'm talking about just even as far. So, i.e., let's just talk about, we already know certain things are put in place for a certain amount of time just so they can become legal.
Yeah.
It'll be illegal for a certain amount of time and then it becomes legal.
Yeah,
you already know where I'm going with this. So I'm saying marijuana
prosecutions.
Yep. Yes. Yep. So just like this. This is another side. Reason why I say I can't vote for either side, but especially not that lady side. Things are illegal now. They're gonna be legal messing with that side of the party. When I say things that are illegal, after a while, it's gonna be legal to mess with children, messing with that side of the way that they are going around. Oh yes, yeah. Watch what I tell you. You're gonna be mad as hell if you have a grandkid and they all this shit been passed and they can get away with it. We voted for them and pedophilia is legal now.
But I won't shake my head on that, Wanda, because
it's legal to have sex with animals.
There has been an unfortunate.
If they make it legal to have sex, if that's not bestiality, like you have no regards to anything. Certain things are just innately wrong to you.
Want to do that is just disgusting. Like
anybody that allows it is just disgusting.
Yeah, and so there has been a slick ass movement of pedos who tried to attach themselves to the movement of gay rights, and they've tried to edge out a small corner and begin to move the narrative, saying where the norm right now is that's disgusting, and that's it. Those are the guys the chomos that get locked up and they get dealt with, and we all find that that's justified for them to get dealt with like that. But there is a movement, a very silent, stealthy movement that's trying to subvert that and consider these things normal. And to that I say, if America has fallen to those ends, if America has fallen to those ends, and that's what we
I don't give a damn what she did. She personally, I just not voting for her, Chris.
and those people begin to become normalized. We've already jumped off the cliff. We just waiting to hit the ground as a society. If that's what gets voted in, if policies get voted in, because I actually, Flo, I'm not too far away from that line of thinking where you are on that part of it, because I have seen some of that. There have been TED Talks about it. There have been advocacy groups about it.
It's legal in 5 states already.
Get out of here. I'm going to have to go look that up.
Oh, I'm dead serious. Go look it up. It's legal in 5 states already. Yes.
What?
Look it up. I'm not BSing with you.
Wow.
Go ahead. She got some bestiality right there. Go ahead, baby.
Ace is the coolest pit. Ace is the coolest pit that you'll ever want to run into.
That dog got teeth. I'm running away from
it. Ace will lick you to death, man. That's all Ace will do. But again, watching the WABJ. I'm gonna check it out. Chris. But watching the WABJ and watching Trump's enactment, his interactions rather, with those journalists, that it pretty much solidified. You know, because I was talking to my lady, and I found out that I wasn't registered to vote. Hello. And I haven't registered to vote in a while for a reason, right? Because I'm in the service, so I'm at the will of the people right now. However, this thing is coming to an end, and I want to do some expressions, right? But watching the way he interacted with that panel was absolutely horrendous. It was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
I didn't see it, so I didn't see it.
He's a dick.
I'll shoot you some footage.
But you probably.
Like I said, it doesn't matter to me with either side. I don't agree with anything either side really. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But we're at 57 minutes, so we got to start bringing the temperature down a little bit. Flo, you been training again?
No, sir. I haven't lifted a weight since October 12th.
I thought you had a show coming up soon.
No, I got surgery coming up.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
What the heck happened to you?
Man, I was blessed. I'm well endowed. Lifted it too many times. You know what I'm talking about? No, I had shoulder surgery March 13th, and on May 4th. I'm sorry.
Of this year?
Yes, ma'am. And then on May 4th, I was out trying to fish, sat down in a chair, and the chair leaned over, and I caught myself. But when I caught myself, pow! And the reason it snapped is because the shoulder surgery was so long and they did so much in there, they had to detach one of the tendons, and that tendon happened to be one of the tendons that was weak and still wasn't fully healed yet. So September 12th, I got the last surgery, and I'll be back. I don't get back on stage till next June, but it'll be here in Texas when I'm back on stage.
All right. So are you planning on hitting the DR before then, or you gonna wait until your show and then go?
I'm going to both. I'm gonna go probably a month, 2 months. I'll probably go there in March to start training. I'm gonna train there starting from March, and then when I come home for the show, I stay here till I finish the last show. Then I go back for good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like that hurt. I'm sorry.
Oh, you good, baby? You good? I appreciate it. You know, hey, Samson, it runs in my family. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
I didn't jump from planes, helicopters, scuba dive, buildings. I got something. I'm a silverback for a reason, boo boo. Everything.
Hey, did you recently go scuba diving?
I went in Cancun. Yeah, I went in Cancun.
Okay.
In May.
I thought I saw something.
Oh, anytime I go to the islands, I'm going scuba diving. Yeah, I'm always gonna go.
I snorkel. I ain't scuba nothing.
See, you ain't willing to explore. You gotta explore. If you gonna get your face wet, get it all the way wet. You know what I'm talking about? Go all the way down. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I was telling Maya that you did a lot of scuba diving whenever you went somewhere.
That's so when I go to the island, after I do this last bid for DHS, well, I ain't gonna say last one, but after I finish it, I plan on getting a job there because I'm already working on my retirement visa for DR. So the job will be me getting my master's. My next diving thing is my master's diving, and as far as so I can be an instructor. And then I don't need the money. I just need something to do, and that'd be something to do during the time. I love the water like that, you know. So
yeah. That's what's up. I dig it. It's been a minute since you've been on. I don't know if you heard earlier, but we got a TV channel now. This is it right here. Stream.com / the FBO podcast / the family bloodline.
So that mean I can't say the stuff I usually say, or what does that mean?
No, absolutely not. That does not say that.
I'm just making sure. I'm making sure.
No, we're still self-sponsored, and there are no censors, no edits, or anything on what we put out. And it's like that for a reason. I believe in the First Amendment. I believe in the freedom of press. I believe in actually having, you know me, Flo. Yeah, I believe in actually having the conversations.
Right.
And it might not always sound like the way we always wanted to sound, but that's not the biggest point, right? I think a lot of people miss the message because they can't get past the words oftentimes. And I think that's an issue with people. If people would stop focusing on wanting or looking for a point to be offended and listen to the message, more communication would happen. So that's one of the reasons why I don't edit out words and how people feel or the way they want to talk. They're representing themselves, and I respect that, because at least that tells me that you are comfortable with who you are, you know who you are, and hopefully we can watch a progression of how, if you stay in that vein, how you communicate it. If you Charleston White, no,
he is trash.
Listen, I was on the Charleston White train for a minute. That was my dude. But Charleston said some stuff that I can't get behind.
Hey, all of them gonna end up saying something that nobody likes. In the end, they gonna all of them. Corey Holcomb is my favorite comedian, but he said some fuckboy stuff that I don't like. I love Charleston White, but he said some fuckboy stuff that I don't like.
Yeah.
I guarantee. Let me see who else. I like what's that other cat name? Eddie Griffin.
I love him.
But he say some fuckboy stuff that I don't like. But that don't mean I don't still ride with him. I got a lot of people that I got a lot of shit that they say that I don't like, but I still fuck with him.
Yeah, and so what I said, it's not that his words offended me. Like, words don't really offend me. If like me and Flo, and this is for the audience, the purpose of the audience. If me and Flo ever got into it, and we just started cussing each other out, right? At the end of the day, we're still gonna dap each other up, just like you with you, Teron. We'll still dap each other up, and I'll get the message behind the words, right? So I always get the message. The words are a secondary movement. Words aren't going. I hear when I listen to people's words, I try to make sure I can gauge how they're feeling, right? Their passion and what they're presenting, and I get it. Because I get the same way, right? There are times where it's not going to be eloquent speech, and you gonna know that, this motherfucker been in the army for a minute, and he got that mouth on him. He going in. That's honest truth. So it's not the words that he used that offended me. It's his presentation of VP Harris and black men. That because I heard his message. And that's what I was listening to. Now, he a character. all day. And that's not going to stop me from listening to him either. I don't agree with him on that. He a character all day. So he always going to say some silly shit. That's just who he is. But I think...
So I got to look up two things then. I got to look up whatever y'all just said, Charleston White said, and I got to look up what President, as you were, former Trump said. I don't know nothing y'all talking about. I've been watching videos on different type of marijuanas all day. So I don't know nothing about real news right now, but I'm listening.
Yeah, I'll shoot it to you, bro. I'll shoot all that to you. I'll find it and I'll shoot it to you. So, but... One time for the one time. Let's move to the final thoughts, goddammit. We're going to move to the final thoughts.
Hey, G Money.
I just
hate me.
Wine, you gotta be up early. Yeah, I'll shoot it to you, Ty. I'll shoot it to you, Teron.
I gotta go to the ye old plantation in the morning.
Ain't that the truth?
Right. Final
That's
thought.
such a proper definition of it. I love that. I'm gonna have to start using that.
Is that nose ring new?
No. No, it's not.
Have I actually?
Good night, brother Chris.
Ring? Yes, it's a different ring, but the piercing isn't new. No.
All right. I never seen your nose glisten like that before.
Probably because my hair always down and is pretty much covering it. But anywho.
Okay.
Like made me lose my train of thought. If we can support somebody in a supporting cast role, you should be able to also support them in a leading cast role. With that being said, don't forget to brush and floss at least twice a day. Oral health is overall health. And your dog farted.
Yes.
Dog farts are the worst.
Woo!
All right. Dog farts are the absolute worst. But anywho, don't forget to brush and floss at least 2 times a day. Oral health is overall health. And fix red for president.
I'm so happy she didn't run. Goodness gracious.
Bow, bow, bow.
Jeez.
All right, who next?
Flo, what you got, bro?
Just trying to walk a different walk of life, bro. And I don't care for either side. A donkey and an elephant are both beasts, and you ain't supposed to trust a beast, period. But long story short, I vote for God, and that's it, bro. That's my end.
I can respect that. Appreciate it. And last but not least, myself. So my final thoughts, hey, just get our views up, share our content. You're not going to find the real average everyday person that's willing to have the conversation and dialogue the same way that we do, right? Like Flo mentioned, right? You might not like what one of us says, but, you know, still rock with us, right? Because we still respect you, and we hope that you respect us. And even if you don't respect me, at the end of the day, you know, you got to place, you have to place your own value of respect on that, right? If I don't value you as a person, then I don't need your respect. If I do, well, then that's what I'm aiming for until you show me otherwise. So get our likes up, share our content. And that confused you, Wanda?
No, I just thought about something. It has absolutely nothing to do with this.
Oh, okay.
But she looking at that half naked picture behind me. I see what you're doing.
I
see what you're doing.
No.
I turned it up. If you trying to see? I turned it up.
Hey, what I was doing. I literally just thought of a question. I was just thinking about, like, do people, like, is there such thing as a soulmate? And if so, are we just entitled, or do we only just have one?
Oh.
Damn. Well, that's a good topic for a next thing, because I would love to get on this.
Okay,
yeah, we write that one down, because I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Another time. It's just something I thought about.
Yeah. So yeah, continue to share the content.
Wanda, you thinking about threesomes now? Is that what's up? Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Thank you for coming out. God bless. Good night.
Continue to share the content. Continue to spread the word. If you ever want to be a guest on the panel, all you gotta do is hit the link whenever we post it. We pull everybody up. We don't block, ban, or censor anybody here. You're free to say what you want to say. You can have agreeing opinions or dissenting opinions, either one. That's up to you. But the important part is that your voice is heard somewhere, because we do believe in that. And again, this is family, right? So we're not gonna fall out of love with you. We're gonna love you one way or another. That's the honest truth. That's the honest truth, right? Your health and your safety is what matters most, and that's what we are willing to all fight for and protect for each other, right? The right to simply live. So those are all, and also always be the reflection of love that you want to see. Yep. Those are my final thoughts. It was a simple one, a very simple one.
I'm finna go get Darnell.
Straight up.
Man, I'm finna send you a video. We was together the other night, bro. He had some Megan Thee Stallion looking grandmama in that motherfucker. Hey, go ahead. Hey, G, she stood up. She had some camo leggings on. Nick, I promise you, I thought when she stood up and I thought I heard her say, I thought that's how thick that motherfucker was. I said,
golly. Oh my God. Oh, I gotta hit him and be like, hey man, I gotta just check on his safety and well-being at this point.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah.
But hey, family, y'all could have been anywhere, but you chose to hang out with us, and we appreciate it. So with that being said, thank y'all for coming out. God bless and
good night.
Good night.